Namaste. How are you guys? Blessings. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nela Ma'at, and I feel truly grateful to be here. Let's see what messages we have for you guys. We have the path number 13 with the High Priestess, true knowledge, peace, inner light. The second we have is the Hangman. Oh my goodness, this image is so cute, so funny. Tolerance, new perspective, and life purpose. Oh my gosh, yeah. All right, you guys. So bear with me right now. Bottom of the deck, the path of the moon, okay, with evolution, simplicity, and the animal kingdom. All right, so it seems to me that you guys are being called to allow, to practice allowance. All right. What does that mean? It means to to remove any programming, any idea here with Capricorn, right? That we can control life, that we can control outcomes, that we can take shortcuts and go around just in order for us to make things happen, right? Um, I'm hearing, changing this programming of had to make things happen. That's exactly what I'm hearing. All right. I'm feeling very connected with the moon, and then we have the moon um, in the bottom of the deck, right? So that's all about illusions, right? It's about illumination. And so with the high priestess, we're being asked to release any idea that we can control, all right? We need to find a place where we can surrender, where we can surrender and make peace with the fact that life and situations are how they are. Now, the big question here is, can we trust? Can we trust that things are how they need to be? I'm seeing here Neptune, right? So, can we allow the divine? Can we allow this divine plan that is unfolding to unfold? Or are we going to continue, right, to play out of the old programmings and seeing this like the contract, the moon, Neptune, and like, are we gonna continue moving forward and playing now from the old ways, the ideas that we can control life? One of the biggest lessons for us is that we have to learn to be the Buddha in the middle of the storm, right? And what I'm seeing is this Buddha that is sitting, and it's a huge storm, and there's a lot of people that are running around, you know what I mean? And then Buddha is just finding a place and sitting down and it's just observing. Why? Because it's coming into acceptance. We have the zebra. Okay. So, yeah, we're being asked to practice tolerance, to have respect, not just for our own journey, but for everyone's journey, right? We have to change with a new perspective. We have to learn to see things differently. Sometimes we see just problems everywhere. We when we have this very deep part of us, like the fixer, I call it the fixer, right? And so we're always and usually just looking for where there are things that we believe they need to be different. And we feed unconsciously with the moon, right? We have this unconscious wound of the fixer. Well, if I can fix, I know how to fix their problems. I know how things need to be. There is this, the thing is that with the hyena here, right? That behind the person or the people behind us, right? Behind our actions and what we want to do. Yes, there is goodness. You have to, yes. I don't feel like, we care. We do care, the collective care. But there's also a shadow. There's other things happening behind our words and our desire to change things. Until we cannot find where there's this energy of the hyena, then things are going to remain the same. Because there's something that we have to see. There's something that we have to see. There's a revelation with the high priestess that needs to be revealed about the current situation. With the golden egg, that spirit. And for me, this is about, as we change our perspectives and ideas, that we have to change the world, our life needs to be different, people need to be different, we have to do this and do that, right? As we just stop, we pause, we sit with ourselves, we focus on our own life and on our own creative um, power, with Capricorn, right? This is about attending to our homes, our family, our routines, our lives, yeah? Then as we allow, things are going to start to change with the lotus here, you know? And it's the same idea with the lotus and the golden egg. Most of the time, where we see a huge mess and a problem, where there's chaos, most of the time there's a gift. There's something underneath that is happening. And yes, it does require the process of chaos. It's like healing. You cannot heal without going into the darkness, walking the darkness, feeling and alchemizing the darkness. And at one point, it's like you have to embody your own darkness to understand it, to integrate it, and then you find the gift. And so, this is about true knowledge. This is about self mastery with the high priestess here, right? It's about self mastery. And I see all these colors here, like with the rainbow, it's all these chakras that are coming into alignment. There needs to be a big clearing, a purification. And with the green here, I feel like, there's a change in the heart. And that's how change happens. You know, we can choose to suffer life. We can choose to see a world that is a disaster, that is full of fear and things are not the way we want it, and it's chaotic and it's scary. It's about perspective. Or we can see it from a different perspective. And here with the zebra, there's this idea of seeing things, uh, it's like the zebra might be black and white, right, in the outside, but there's so much more to the zebra. So it's the same in life. Sometimes we have this idea to see things so black and white, but in reality, there's always a different shade. But we cannot perceive it if we are running from the Neptune, from the moon, from all conditionings and programmings, and sometimes um, yeah, when we're still veiled by some shadows and some expectations. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Some expectations. So when we live our lives with expectations, and so, we will always be disappointed. It doesn't matter where you're going to look, you're going to be disappointed. You have the idea that things need to be different in order to be as what you imagine that needs to be, right? That's us wanting to control life and wanting to control the unfoldment of life. When in reality, we can. All we can do is change our perspective. How am I perceiving things, right? Can I focus on the positive? And so the only way to really come into peace is by changing our perspective, by gaining divine understanding, trusting that there's a plan. I'm seeing these figures here as, you know, we have to go through a journey. We have to go through a journey, and sometimes we take, we shape shift and we take on different paths, and there's detours, and sometimes we find ourselves with some groups, and sometimes we go into a different group. Sometimes we change, we move in life. Yeah. And with the arrow here, what I'm hearing is as above, so below. And so just imagine about that. Imagine that, sorry. Sit with that. As above, so below. And so if things are as above, so below, that means that what we are experiencing here is in divine order. I mean, that's just what it is, right? How about that? How about that? Sit with it. We as humans, we like the idea that we can control, and yes, we have beautiful hearts, and some of us, we dreams of things being different, and because we see a lot of suffering. But what if, right? And Buddha said it. The cause of all suffering is attachment. How about us creating so much suffering because we are attached to expectations of how life needs to be? But if we release it, then we see things different. And so we liberate that suffering, because then we turn inward with the hangman by taking a pause and going inward, listening to our body, attending to our inner world, yeah, channeling our creativity, right? Healing our feminine energy. Then new energy enters into our life. That's the pattern I'm seeing, from the high priestess, illuminates the moon. That's the releasing, the clearing, and then into a new energy. And with this new energy, we can start to see life. Look at the lotus flower and the lotus flowers here, or lilies. I don't know what those are, but it just looked the same to me, right? But hear me out. As we transform how we perceive life, we will release expectations, we make peace, we find acceptance, we find tolerance, right? We understand that there's always a divine plan that is unfolding. Then we start to manifest new energy, and we become childlike. All this being is unconditional love. We start to see things very differently. And so I'm hearing a new world, right? That's the world card. Only then, when you let go of your perception and perspective of the old world, meaning how you have been seeing the world, life, this planet, then you can manifest something different. With the Knight of Swords here, this is wait wait for me, because there's something that wants to come out. What is it that you want me to speak on the Knight of Swords? Okay, so yeah, it's the idea here with the Knight of Swords, this idea of control. Feeling that we have to be in a hurry, we have to go after. This is sometimes we're just so easy to judge things, and we're not really seeing things for what they are. Yeah. We're not really, we cannot see the purpose, we cannot find the gift with the golden egg within the situation, because we are so we're veiled. We're veiled. There's some veils that we have to remove, right? The Three Cups reverse. And so sometimes, in life, we have experienced so many disappointments as children. And when we experience so much disappointment, then the inner child creates lots of expectations. You know why? Because the inner child had expectations when he was a child, and now he was disappointed. And now the inner child creates this want, this desire to change things because there's this feeling, this belief of unfairness, you see. And so sometimes we want to change things in the world, not, let me rethink this. We want to change it because we want to create a safe space for us because we don't feel safe within the world. And so, yeah, yes, that is correct. I'm hearing yes, that is correct. We are 15 minutes. So let's see what the shadow here. The shadow. So it's a necessity, focus, and transition. And so there's this need for us to allow, I said it, to allow that we are transitioning, we are moving towards, and we have to honor, right? We have to honor that we have to go through this valley of the darkness, and we have to allow life, and we have to learn to navigate life situations, circumstances, and we have to let go of the idea that the world needs to be different and everybody else needs to be changing, and all of this, that is wanting to control. And with the eternal servitor, the ancient wanderer, is this is the one journeying, journeying, journeying in completeness. Sometimes, right, the inner child, like I said, was disappointed, had dreams, was disappointed, wanted a life to be this way because the inner child saw everything with so much, a childlike purity. And at one point, things got really dark. And so now the inner child walks through this planet feeling unsafe, finding fear and chaos everywhere. And so it wants to, it's yearning for a change. It wants to control, it wants to change, it wants to go and fix so that he or she can feel safe. Yes. And we're just gonna get some of these oracle cards that are very beautiful to just finish. I think I said I was gonna finish, but bear with me. Yeah, there you go. That's nice, right? Angel of miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. And that's it, right? How about us honoring this journey and choosing to trust that there's a higher power that sent divine beings that are helping us and guiding us, that everything that is happening is serving a purpose, right? We are during a period of transitioning. We are working towards changing how we feel about life. We're learning to practice tolerance, to have respect. We are learning to change how we perceive ourselves, the world, life, the divine, the universe, and everything. And so trust that there are miracles that are manifesting, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding, not just for you, but for humanity. But I feel like I'm just going to leave it there, you guys. It's been beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. Till next time, don't forget to like, follow, and comment. Let me know if this resonated, okay? I love you guys. Till next time, namaste and blessings.